And welcome back to the Idea Machine, the Christmas edition of MTG Arena. This is the Sly Guy, Kaboom, Kaboom, and Kaboom. Oh yeah, oh yeah, MTG Arena. Here we go. We gotta go right back because I'm not going to Brenda now, and I am not going to go. We're going home and we're going now to play. Oh
I
yes.
saw you tripping, bro.
Have offended you again, so I guess it's the end. Because everybody knows you're such a snowflake and you're upset at every single thing you said. And everybody knows it's all just in your head. Wasting, screaming, going, feeling. You know I have crossed the line when I said that you were mine. Going skiing, no hard feelings. Since you will not be my girl, this is the end of my own world. Oh yeah, welcome back, guys, to another episode of the ID Machine with the Sly Guy. And right now, I cannot seem to click the arena button to play. Oh yes. So basically, right now, what we're going to discuss today are the decks we have here in Arena. Now, just a quick story about this deck, because this is actually the longest game I played earlier. I wasn't able to record it because I was on my other PC. Cleric class is just plain sick. This card is just absolutely dominant, and when you level it up, okay, it combos very well with the Vassal Warden, Luminarch Aspirant, and with this guy, the Scurry Oak. Now, with Scurry Oak, and if you have a Heliod the Sun Crowned in play as well, you can create a bunch of squirrels. Just a while ago, I created over 100 squirrels, and I was gaining like 30, 40, but suffice to say, I gained about 500 life, and I also gained over 700 life or 900 life before he used a Massacre Worm on me. And even if he had a Massacre Worm, I had a Daxos Blessed by the Sun in play. And the Daxos, what he actually did was he allowed me to gain life. With Cleric class, we had multiple Cleric classes in play, so I was gaining 3 life for each creature that died, which allowed me to put +1/+1 counters on my Scurry Oak and then make more squirrels and gain back 900 life. It was just plain sick. And what was funny was the guy wasn't conceding. He did not concede. It was a 2 hour long game until finally, okay, in the 2 hour mark, I don't know if the guy had to go to the bathroom, he had to eat, or his break was over. The guy just leaves and concedes, and I actually win the game. Super funny deck, super amazing deck. Love it. Now, let's go to the other decks that we've built so far. Let's see how much time we have here. It's just a 3 minute mark. A lot of time. Oh, another deck that I actually built was known as Wrath of Mill. So I have this in paper as well. I'll be showing you guys how the deck works in paper in another video. And now the deck does not have swords to plowshares. So Arena does, well, it has swords to plowshares, but it's one of the mystical archives of Strixhaven, so you can't use it in historic or in standard. You can only use it in direct challenges and when you go against Sparky. So instead of Swords to Plowshares, Path to Exile, and Condemn, I use Portable Hole. You've got Glass Casket. Maddening Cacophony, it's a half their deck. Okay, it mills 8 cards. Normally, you kick it first, get rid of half of their deck, and then normally from by the time you play it, they're at 40, so you're down to 20. And then a few turns later, you use another Maddening Cacophony. When they're down to like 16 cards, they go down to 8, and then use the third one, and then it's game over. Or just wait for them to draw. Your counter spells Didn't Say Please and Thought Collapse are used to mill them even further, to add more insult to injury. Ixalan's binding shuts down a permanent completely and prevents them from playing it ever again. So when I was playing this, I'd had opponents destroy their own creatures just to prevent it from being binded. So that's how afraid they are of this card. Shatter the Sky and Vanquish the Horde. Vanquish the Horde is really good, especially against those powerful swarm decks, because those swarm decks can get very, very nasty, very, very fast. And they can play 6 creatures. Really, once they get to 6 creatures, then, but even if they get to 4 creatures, I mean, reducing the cost significantly. Okay, even playing this for 4 is very advantageous to destroy. All creatures in play, as well as Banishing Light as well. There we go. See how much time we've got. Damn, we're at the 5-minute mark. Okay, so now the third deck that I'd like to show you guys. Another really cool one that I built. Okay, now the Vesper Lark deck. Okay, this was nerfed to death because Davriel's Withering can no longer give your creatures -1, -2 perpetually. So I removed the Vesper Lark and the Withering, and I replaced it with Cauldron's Familiar and Witch's Oven. So it's now a Cat Oven deck, which also uses Daxos Blessed by Sun and Impassioned Orator. You've got the Corpse Knight, the Cruel Celebrant, Grim Tutor, Shatter the Sky. So your combo now is with the cat. All these creatures make your opponent lose life and make you gain life whenever a creature comes into play or leaves play. So this gives you a ton of life and lets you allow your opponent to lose a ton of life. So even with 9 lives in play, they lose life and they won't be able to stop that loss of life. Alright, next up, another cool deck that I have it in paper. So I got the paper version of this deck because it was really, really cheap to build, and even in Arena the wild cards here are cool. So it's a Rogue Mill deck. It's a deck that uses Thieves Guild's Enforcer and the Soaring Thought Thief. So Thieves Guild's Enforcer, when you play a creature or another rogue, your opponent mills 2 cards. So if you have multiple of them in play, they're gonna mill cards. And Soaring Thought Thief, whenever your rogues attack, it mills 2 cards as well. And combine it with Windfolk Merfolk Wind Robber. When it damages your opponent, they mill a card from your deck. These guys get a bonus of +2/+1 in Death Touch. This one gives all your rogues +1/+0. So you do the math. Brazen Borrower to clean the field. Nighthawk Scavenger to gain back life that you've lost early in the game. Oh yes. So we definitely have a winner right here, and you're gonna see these decks in action really, really soon. And of course, right here. By the way, this is our Christmas edition. If you've seen our Christmas decker, you've got Santa Claus everywhere. You've got Santa Claus pillowcases and Santa Claus in the desk as well. So we have a Christmas tree so the Yuletide season finally. A deck I also built is the Cycling deck. This deck is super cool and allows you to cycle cards with Flourishing Fox, Drannith Stinger. The combo of Drannith Stinger and Splendor Mare, because when you cycle him, you give lifelink to Drannith Stinger. So when you cycle everything, you gain life when you deal damage. Shatter the Sky to clear the board. Zenith Flare to wipe everything out. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Once again, this is the Idea Machine with the Sly Guy. We are signing off right now. Happy holidays to all of you. Oh yeah! Yeah, with the Idea Machine, check out now all the decks, and I wasn't able to play because this picture was just blocking the screen.